guys, and welcome back to On the Plus Side. We're delighted to have you joining us. Today I was thinking about doing a subject about weddings, because there's a big thing about weddings at the moment, weddings being postponed. They're going to go ahead, but will they all go together in the future and clash? Will we be going to 7 weddings in a week? So I thought, who better to ask and invite on than our own wedding expert at Islands Got Curves, Nikki from Dreamy Bridal. Hi Nikki, how are you?
Hi Sharon, and thank you so much for asking me to come on and talk to you. You know me, I love talking about weddings and anything to do with dressing up and looking pretty.
Yeah, and I can see the amazing dresses behind you. Nikki, tell me, what's going on in the wedding world? I know when we're little girls and or little boys, and we often dream of the future and we think about the fairy tale. I often remember putting on a net curtain every time I passed the window and pretending I had a veil. And you plan this big day. You do not expect COVID-19 to come in and change your plans. What's happening in the wedding world at the moment?
Yeah, it's a tricky one, I think, for a lot of brides, and I just want to take this opportunity to say to anybody who's had any impact from COVID-19, whether it will be some loved one falling ill or whether their wedding was cancelled or something else, I'm so sorry for you, because this is really stressful for anybody who's just sitting at home on the sofa, and that would be including me. So if you have had anything more serious than that, my heart goes out to you. That's all I can say. But it's been a real kind of funny journey, actually. We closed here on the 18th of March and spoke to every bride that had a deposit on or a dress hanging here on the day. And on the day, I think every bride was kind of going, I don't really know what to do. I'm just kind of watching and waiting and seeing. But they were grateful that we rang them and said, look, your dress is safe. Nothing is going to happen to your dress. We're just cocooning along with the 70-year-olds, So it was very quiet, I think, for a couple of weeks. And a lot of people were really in a lot of, what am I going to do here? Should I or shouldn't I go ahead? And what will my wedding be like? And, if I can only bring like 10 people or, whatever. So it was very quiet for a few weeks. But the last couple of weeks, we've started hearing from brides who are getting married in the next kind of 9 to 12 months, and actually even longer, because the reality is that we're just sitting at home and, life must go on, and we're trying to fill our days. And why not spend some time thinking about your wedding dress and anything else? You can't necessarily go and try one on, but you can certainly do a lot of surfing around the internet, So
that is the thing, Nikki. I think when you're it's not until you plan a wedding. I mean, I remember thinking when I was getting married, I could just go into the shop and buy a dress, and it wasn't until someone's like, well, that could take so many weeks for it to arrive, that could take so much. In the end, I just got my dress made. That's what I did. But there's a process, isn't it? How is that going to work now? Because obviously when we come out of this, and there will be weddings, because there will be a backlog of weddings, so there'll be quite a lot of weddings coming at once. How are brides going to manage getting a dress?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So normal lead times for buying a wedding dress, we always say give us 8 months. The majority of designers takes 4 to 5 months to produce a wedding dress. Then it arrives into us, and then the bride needs to take it for alteration. So 8 months is a really good time. And actually those timelines have not really shifted. Our suppliers are managing to kind of keep up with demand. I've had no delays. I'm still getting dresses in for weddings coming up. So, we're kind of holding the kind of 8-month line. Now, the reality is there's a lot of brides who either financially is a little bit worse off than they were, or they've missed that 8-week or 8-month window. And they're now actually, I'm getting a lot of kind of panicked phone calls saying, what am I going to do? So we, along with lots of other bridal shops, sell off the peg as well. So we always have a sale rail, and the sale rail is basically dresses that have they've done their job for us in terms of being sample gowns, and we're now selling them off at a reduced rate. but I've got about probably 85, 90 dresses here in the shop, and not all of them are sale gowns. With the exception of maybe 10 dresses, I'm quite happy to sell the others if a bride is in a need of a dress, you know, within a short time frame. So
What is there at Dreamy Bridal, just in case people don't know, because obviously those have been in Ireland, I've seen you on our catwalks and it's amazing. What is the full size range that you do? Because brides might be in a bit of a panic because, okay, you might have loads of size 8s in, but you might not have their size in. What is the size range you're looking at?
Yeah, that's a good question. So we're curvy bridal specialists. So we stock sample gowns from size to fit a high street 16 up to a size probably about 30, 32. And so, you know, if you're in need of a dress and you need to buy off the peg, that's the kind of range that we're within. We don't have anything below those sizes because we're specifically specialized. Bridesmaids we do in all sizes, but we don't keep a stock of bridesmaids, so we can order for you, and that takes about 3 to 4 months. But we go in all sizes for bridesmaids, so we start at size actually 4 to 6 and we go right up to size 32. We've got lots of samples, but we just don't sell, you know, we don't keep a stock. And then actually I do want to just mention Debs, because I'm getting a lot of Debs girls contacting me. God bless them, my own daughter's doing her leaving cert this year. It is a horrible time for anybody who's doing a leaving cert. The stress of not knowing when it's going to happen is pretty significant. But we also do Debs dresses, and I just wanted to let you guys know that we've got all of our stock is in. We've got a good range, and we start at size 8 and we go up to a size 13 Debs, and we've got really good range. And we're closed, so nobody's buying anything, so you don't need to panic. Once we open though, come in and see us as soon as you can manage it.
Because and then, amazing, because I say, obviously I taught this straight to the exams, but people's mindset was probably something like, we'll get the exams over with our Debs at the end of the summer, so we'll go in the summer and we'll buy our Debs dress. So it's great to know, and it's great that you have such a range. I mean, from size, did you say like 4 to 6 all the way to 30? I mean, yeah. That's going to cater for everyone. And I have seen and worn your clothes, so I know there's an amazing range.
Yeah, you looked amazing as well, Sharon, in the red dress that you had on that day. But yeah, no, look, I think the bottom line here is, don't feel guilty for planning your wedding or your Debs or anything else, you know. And when we open back up, come in. But I do also just want to mention to you, for brides specifically, we've just introduced something called a virtual appointment. And it's a 30-minute video call where we spend a little bit of time just finding out a little bit about you, your wedding, the type of dress that you like. And then I follow that up with some pictures for you of some of the styles that might be available. We don't ship dresses out to your home unless you have, you know, some exceptional circumstances. Definitely call me. But other than that, you know, it's really a bit of, it's keeping you taken over in terms of your wedding planning. And then, you know, we'll book you in for an appointment as soon as you come back. I think the other thing I just wanted to sneak in here was, we are definitely going to be inundated, and weekend appointments are at a premium. So if people are getting married and they haven't got an appointment booked and they are a curvy bride, please just drop us a note, send us, you know, a message, ring us, whatever, and we'll get you booked in, or we'll at least get you on a waiting list. If you're looking for a Saturday or a Sunday appointment, you know, we can only see about 4 or 5 people in a day. And, you know, that's not a lot, so they'll go fairly quick. So we are operating a waiting list, and we'll most definitely be prioritizing people by wedding date, so that we can make sure.
That is because, I mean, we can see a few rounds of clothes behind you, but we're not seeing the palace that is Dreamy Bridal, because when you actually walk in, it is a whole experience. The fact that you say we only see 5 people in a day is because it's not just a shopping trip, it's an experience. And I just wanted to point that out to people as well. I mean, you feel like a princess. You feel like you're walking into a palace. It's absolutely beautiful. So I just wanted to get my tuppence in. In terms of weddings, is there such thing as an on-trend dress, or are dresses pretty, you know, standard? The types of colours we're seeing people wearing as well. Is it just a white wedding, or are we up in champagnes, ivories, etc.?
Do you know what? It's a good question, and bridal fashion doesn't change significantly season to season or even year to year. Anything goes in bridal in terms of style. So it ranges right from a slinky little number to a massive big ball gown and anything in between. There's a couple of things that are really trendy at the moment. So glitter tulle is very much on trend. Dresses with a bit of color in them, and when I say that, it's like subtle blushes and so on. I've even got a blue dress here at the minute. You know, they're very much on trend. But I think if I was to kind of hazard a guess, I'd say 80% of the dresses I sell are definitely still ivory, and that's, you know, a lot of people want that. Sleeves is what everybody wants, and a lot of our manufacturers, and we've just ordered new collections from a number of our designers, by the way, which will be in the next couple of months. So they'll be here for when we hopefully, fingers crossed, nearly open up again. And they're starting to play with things like detachable sleeves and stuff like that, which is really exciting and so what people want, you know. So I think there's like it really depends. I often get asked, you know, if you're a curvy girl, can you wear like a, you know, a mermaid or a fit and flare, or, you know, should you be hiding in an A-line? And I say that word hiding because that's the vocabulary that's often used to me. And the bottom line is you should never hide anything, but it's all about what you feel amazing in. And if you've got the body confidence to wear a, you know, a fitted dress, rock that dress, you know, because curves are beautiful. And if you're confident enough to show them off, do. If you're not, an A-line dress or, you know, something with a fuller skirt might be exactly for you, but you just don't know until you try on. And that's the beauty of coming here, is that we've got such a range of styles that there's something there for everybody, you know.
And that is literally true, because our models on our catwalk, anyone that's been to Island Stock Cats knows, we don't give the standard size of, okay, we're a curvy fit out, so you're going to have models that are all size 14 and everything else. We have put you to your test extremes, from girls that are not 5 foot yet to girls that are 6 foot, you know, and all kinds of sizes, and everyone has looked beautiful. I think for me, what took my eye definitely last year was the one with the pockets, you know, the lovely satin with the big train and the pockets, because pockets are so on trend.
Oh yeah. People want a pocket.
Yeah, and then even we did special, with Special Olympics, we did in our Cologne, Island Scott Cassidy Unlimited edition, and therein you're able to fit all of our girls, and again, all different shapes and sizes. So that is like amazing. Have you anything to show me? I'm there wanting to grab into the screen behind you.
I'm very conscious of motion sickness as I'm moving, so I pulled out and this is specifically ball gowns. I just pulled out. Sorry, I'm trying to...
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. So we're losing a little bit of sound there, but we can look with our eyes.
Sorry, it's difficult with a laptop to try and show you, but I have a lovely wedding dress there, very kind of simple wedding dress in the background. But what we also do, Sharon, is we also do mother of the bride, wedding guest type of thing. And again, we stopped advertising all of that because we were kind of thinking, you know, the weddings are cancelled, there are no occasions. And then I did a poll and to ask people, do you want to see this? And it was overwhelmingly, yeah, keep posting. We like looking at lovely things, you know. So, and we have the whole, unfortunately, all of our spring summer stock had just come in when we were told to close. So we have a full shop full of stuff. We do ship, we do, you know, we can certainly arrange to ship stuff out to you if you want to, but you know, not for everybody, and that's grand, but it's here. And when we open back up again, which will hopefully be before the summer is over, you know, just know that we're here. We start our occasion wear from size 16 up to about 30. and we try and do things. We often get mother of the brides who are kind of not traditional. They don't want the traditional, a lot of trouser suits or things that have got longer skirts or whatever. So we've got a really good range of different options for mother of the brides or wedding guests, you know.
Yeah, because I think as a mother of a bride, I've been a mother of the bride, so I know there is kind of a panic that you put in yourself. It's kind of a what would you say? It's like a expectation from other people. Mother of the brides are a key role in most weddings. You know, if you're lucky enough to have your mum with you, and it puts a lot of pressure. And then, like for me, I feel I was quite a young mother of the bride, or a young looking one anyway. So I didn't want the traditional, you know, jacket with the dress, or, you know, whatever. So I've been following you and the different styles and different jackets that you can like put on or take off, and the pantsuits and everything. It's just amazing. So I would recommend anyone that wants to have an idea of going up or wants a break from COVID news to hop on over to Dreamy Curves Bridal Facebook page, because there's always videos or photos going up. It's lovely.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, no, it is. I just think we've got to do whatever we got to do to get through this period, haven't we? And if it makes us feel a little bit happier to look at pretty things, then let's do that. So I put on a dress today for the occasion. I haven't worn a dress for 6 weeks, and it actually lifted my mood. It's amazing.
It's actually lovely. I was meant to say it to you before we come on air. The leopard print in blue is just so funky. I've never seen that before. Deb, then we don't have a particular fashion for bridesmaids. Is there a fashion for Deb?
Do you know what? Again, that is a very individual thing. This year, the colours that seems to be really resonating with the girls that we've had in so far has been the kind of pastel-y colours and the blues, the electric blues that specifically that you can see there in the background, nearly kind of veering into teals. That's very popular. Girls also do really like red. And green is actually very popular, and it was last season as well. I think most of my curvier girls, Deb's girls, tend to like something with a fuller skirt, but they're quite happy to have something that's a bit daring at the neckline. You know, that's not a problem. It's just the kind of the whole princess look of a bit of a curvy skirt and glitter. Like if it sparkles, it's in, you know. So yeah, I'd like, again, we've a range of styles for the various sizes, you know, that we have, anything from a slinky little number to, you know, a full-blown big ball gown nearly.
Because I remember coming to you, I was emceeing for a pageant, and I came to you for my gown, and to be honest, there was 4 or 5 that I had a really hard time trying to pick which one, because I fell in love with all of them. There's such a range there, and I nearly had to meeny-miny mow it in the end because I love them so much. And your eye, I mean, you didn't have me trying on loads of stuff. You just kind of knew what I wanted and what would suit me, and it was amazing. It was an amazing experience to have an expert eye, you know, because I could have been there all day looking, you know, through all the dresses and everything. So the message is, I suppose, look, this isn't going to be forever. Keep planning your wedding. Keep enjoying planning your wedding, because this is your day that, you know, you've been thinking of. Probably us girls, I'm going to be stereotypical here, but I'm going to put it on the line. We think of our wedding from, I'd say, 6 or 7 years old.
Yeah.
And don't let this stop you now, you know. And I suppose get in touch with Nikki, get a virtual appointment going, and can mum be on the screen with you or the bride? Yep. You can have like a virtual.
Yeah, we can. I mean, if they're in the same room together, it's not a problem. But we can do a Zoom with several people. So it's or actually we could. Messenger. No, actually Messenger is not working for me because I have a business account, but WhatsApp, I think you can do multiple people as well. So yes, if you want more than one person there, it's not a problem. The only other thing I would say to brides is that when we do open back up again, and we're taking appointments from the end of May at the minute, so now that's obviously subject to being allowed to open, but we are expecting there'll be some restrictions around how many people we can have in the shop at the one time. So we'll be contacting everybody who's already booked an appointment in advance to just say, look, you can only bring X number of people with you, and that's just for the safety of everybody. And unfortunately, I'm expecting that we're going to have to wear masks and gloves and things like that. But you know, whatever we need to do to get started back up and actually, you know, be open again, we'll just go with that. You know, it's about safety first.
And I think the message that was out there, certainly from the industry, I was reading an article from like the K Club and different venues, is to plan for this year, because next year's already booked. I forget which hotel it was. I'm not going to say it in case I get it wrong, but they were saying that they take 111 bookings a year, so they've already got 111 bookings for next year. So
yes,
if you're looking to keep your wedding for this year, you have more chance of getting a weekend date by just postponing it, pushing it out into it, than trying to book for next year, because you're going to end up with midweek, which is fine too, you know, whatever works for people. But yeah, it's just a small delay. Just like Island's Got Cars, we had a bit of a delay because we're actually, this is pre-recorded, so you guys will be watching on Wednesday. But this is Sunday when Island's Got Cars, and probably Dreamy Cars Bridal would have been on the catwalk right now. So we just push it out, and that's the way it is. But Nikki, thank you so much, and it's really reassuring to hear, especially for people getting married, that it's not business as usual, but it's still planning in a different way, and keep it going. Nikki, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sharon, and we'll see you soon, and stay safe.
Absolutely. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.